so excited about anything before. You're like a kid in a candy store, but I understand. This is your natural habitat as a meteorologist. The great outdoors is where you thrive, so you'll be excused. I tell you, the weather here today and the beautiful outdoors and the crocodile and the buffalo have got Tsietsi reciting poetry. We should dub him Mr. Tsietsi Mbuli after the people's poet this morning. But Tsietsi, let me tell you one thing that you may have missed this morning, because it was quite dark when we pulled up this way. Just taking a look at the visuals of the crocodile while I just tell you about this story. I don't know if you saw as we entered here on the banks of the Letaba River here at the Palabora entrance here, Letaba camp at the Kruger National Park. When we drove in, there was a sign that said, Shamina Ishawena. Shamina Ishawena, multilingual today. Loosely translated, it's mine, it's yours. It's my heritage, it's your heritage. It's my tourism month, it's your tourism month. So South Africans, I think we definitely need to celebrate what we do have. And some of the animals we're showing you today are some of our heritage. They're a little bit of what we can celebrate as South Africans. Well, September being tourism month, culminating in World Tourism Day on the 27th, the Limpopo province is celebrating in style, which is why we are here today. They've launched their various tourism routes, their activities, the culture, the heritage, the beautiful elephants you can see. We're a stone's throw away from the Elephant Museum that has various tusks that are much taller than both Paul and I put together. But now let's talk about the economic front when it comes to tourism. Let's also talk about some of the partnerships that we have with some of our neighbors, including the likes of Mozambique. We're joined by the MEC for Economic Development, Environment and Tourism here in the Limpopo province, Mr. Siaparo Sukwati. A very good morning to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning, Ayanda, and welcome to our most beautiful province.
I know Tsietsi would firmly agree with you when it comes to the beauty of this beautiful environment. Let's talk now about the financial contribution that tourism has for Limpopo. What economic impact does tourism have?
Well, tourism plays a major role in terms of economic growth for the province. It actually contributes about 5% to the GDP, but also it employs a lot of people. We talk about more than 25,000 people who are employed by the sector. That is actually still growing with a huge potential. So we believe it's actually part of the backbone of the provincial economic growth. So we are looking forward to making sure that we nurture it, but also we're able to grow it.
You're looking to expand it even more now, partnering with the likes of Mozambique. Tell us a bit about that trade and tourism relationship that you share.
Well, with Mozambique, as part of the agreement between South African government and Mozambican government, we know that there is this Limpopo Transfrontier Park, and within it we are able to locate our own agreements between Limpopo as a province and Gaza province in Mozambique. What we're doing is to make sure that we are able to develop a tourism between both countries, but also between the provinces of Gaza and Limpopo. We are looking at people coming to Limpopo, but being able to spend their day or have breakfast in the park, which is in the bush, but end up in the beach in Gaza province in Xai-Xai. So we believe it's one of those most beautiful things that could be done when people have got to take a time off and be able to relax.
You're also rewarding those who are active economically in the sector of tourism. I know last night there was a beautiful gala event, award ceremony as well, Lilizela Awards, where you were acknowledging people who participate actively in the tourism space, especially when it comes to contributing to the economy of the province.
Yes, we're actually working tirelessly to make sure that people, particularly those who are owning tourism products, are able to create excellence within their own sector, to make sure that people can always come back to them because of the offerings that they have. And therefore we continue to promote them, but also to make sure that we can actually support them and encourage them to take this sector to a higher trajectory, because we believe it's important and therefore we can always support them.
I'm a firm believer that South Africans need to travel more within their borders and see the beauty of the rolling hills, the valleys, the mountains, and everything that we have here in South Africa. But unfortunately, affordability is a number one problem for most people not traveling. What are you doing for the likes of Xai-Xai and myself who want to come here almost every day, but perhaps have got budget constraints? What do you do to make sure that you have packages that are more affordable?
Look, within the national tourism, we have what we call these nothing more fun than short left. So that is trying to encourage local tourism for people to understand that there are certain areas that they can actually visit without necessarily having to travel for a long time, but as well without necessarily having to pay a lot of money for them to access those areas. And we continue to promote those areas, but also make sure that our people can actually take off their time and, take their families out and make sure that they can at times relax.
Environment issues are also part of your portfolio. Let's take a look now at sustainability, perhaps, when it comes to tourism. What are you doing to ensure that what we enjoy today can be enjoyed for a number of years and centuries to come?
Well, we are actually promoting responsible tourism to ensure that whatever we do, we are able to sustain, but as well, everyone has got to be part of what is actually growing, but as well to make sure that future generations can also come and enjoy what we are enjoying today. And we can only do that by partnership with our communities to make sure that each one of us becomes responsible, but also understand that with nature, there is nothing that we can recreate. So we'd better take care of it and make sure that we are able to sustain it.
MEC, thank you so much for your time. Now, I must just let you in on a secret, and I want to get this live on TV, just in case the MEC backtracks. He has invited us to participate in that Bush to Beach initiative, where we travel and have the bush experience here in Limpopo, and then take a short left and cross the border a little bit into Mozambique and enjoy some of the beaches there as well. So if I report back and say he didn't fulfill his promise, you'll know that that promise was made today. Just a little joke there on the side. But thank you so much, MEC, for your time. More of this continues. More fun, more jubilation, just celebrating what we have here in terms of heritage and tourism in South Africa. Rich in beauty, rich in culture, rich in heritage. A quick